Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Frostpunk Strategy and Tactics, Episode 7. So, in our last episode, and continuing in this episode, we're a little short on coal. We have our one automaton who is desperately trying to pry the black stuff from the earth, and doing his darndest for us to keep the heat on. Unfortunately, we are running our generator at less than full efficiency, and we are about to pay for it. Thankfully, we got some more goodies from our scouts. And the question becomes, I think we've put off Frostholm long enough. Or Winterholm, rather. I don't know why I keep calling it Frostholm. Let's send you guys to Winterholm. These scouts will come home to us, bring us some goodies. The game will force the Winterholm events on you if you wait for too long anyway, so you might as well. Yeah, we got a wave of sick people overnight, just again because we didn't keep the heat on quite as high as it should have. But hey, maybe we should invest in charcoal burners now that I'm looking at it. Alright, scouts have reached the coal mine. Now, we have a couple of options here. We can only take the stored coal, which only gives us 261, which is nothing. That gets burned up in a minute. Or we can take everything and dismantle the machines, but it ceases to be an outpost resource for us. But you know what? I think that's okay. Because that gives us 2 extra steam cores here, and the more steam cores, the better. It may seem short-sighted, but we can use those steam cores and other goodies for automatons and other things that will give us more coal to feed our engine here. So, dismantle the machines for resources. And then go back to our city. 1 day, 2 hours. Off you go. Yeah, we definitely need to make our next thing charcoal burners now that I'm thinking about it. And yeah, we're getting a bunch more people coming in here. This is why I'm glad we did the more efficient medical tents. Because yeah, we're getting a bunch of people getting cured and a bunch of people getting sick at the same time. I'm glad we went with overcrowding. Really glad we went with overcrowding. Normally that's more of an late game play, but I think that's just as good in this one here. Now because our food situation is so good, I'm going to take some people off of, actually no, we don't want to take them off just yet. We're going to wait for them to come back and bring their load back, and then we'll switch them over. Yes, this is technically a little bit of, let's see if we can do it now with all of our people working at this. So here's what we're going to do. You go off. Not you. Because we don't need the sawmills doing anything right now. So we can take you guys off a hunter's hut. And yeah, you need your heater on. You, my friend, can bugger off. You need more people to cook all this food. And we've got 10 people left at the moment. Yeah, we can leave those people in here then. It's warmer. In fact, we don't need to keep you at steam level 2. We can keep you at steam level 1 now, and everything will get the same effect. Now, we're going to have to put the spurs back into it, but that'll give us a chance to rebuild our coal supply. Yeah, we're going to let you freshen back up again. And then we got to find something for you to do. Yeah, care house will certainly be a good idea, and I think putting you in the outer ring here would be a good one. Hopefully the automaton decides to take up that construction, because that would be a useful thing for your time, my friend. Yeah, there we go. With these going and all the people back from it who were previously sick, I think we're in good shape right about now. And then we're definitely going to do charcoal burners next, because we're going to get an even bigger influx of wood coming in. Alright, looks like they're already building that, so never mind, Mr. Automaton. The other thing we can do is actually go for bunkhouses, because we are building up quite a bit, and bunkhouses do burn up a lot of wood. And I think at the moment we're pretty good, so let's get bunkhouses. Because that actually will allow us to cheap out and keep the heat really, really low. Alright, we need to do something to put our thing to use here. Because, yeah, just sticking him there won't really help us at all. I think what we can do here is we'll take... How many people are you short? You're 4 people. We'll take you guys all off of here. And get you on the coal thumper. Get you in here, and just a few actually no, we need get the rest of you in here and have 2 idlers. I'm okay with 2 idlers. Alright, care house, promise fulfilled, hope rises. Beautiful. And Book of Laws is ready again. Alright, my friends, it is time for us to kind of force, I mean, we can do prosthetics. But actually, you know what? Let's do prosthetics. Let's finish this off before we have to kick the can.
A new law has passed.
We can't use them just yet, but there are, you know, despite doing the care thing here, people can go straight to you know, disabled due to frostbite. So prosthetics right there, it will help that out should that ever happen. I hope it won't, but yeah. Yeah, you guys are all comfortable. I'm not going to turn the heat up. I want to preserve this. But at least we're making progress against it. And there's a hub right here, so when our automaton needs to recharge, they'll be in good shape. I am gonna do the charcoal though. I just wanted to get bunkhouses up so that we can start flipping people over in time for the next temperature drop, and that way I don't have to turn the heat up. I don't actually have to turn the heat up. Because, yeah, being a dad, I can tell you right now, I don't like turning the heat up if I don't have to. Save on those utility bills, yo. Alright, let's speed you up just a smidge. What I'm going to do with these people is I'm going to, once they come home with all of our spoils from here, I'm going to send them after the Gloomy Cave. And then that's probably going to, well, possibly get them eaten by bears. It's not a guarantee that they'll get eaten by the polar bears at the Gloomy Cave, but you need to throw them at the polar bears regardless. All right, bunkhouse researched. We need to wait for the end of the shift for everyone to upgrade. All right, let's charcoal kiln here. And yeah, we're full on food, which is pretty interesting.
Finish your labors, people. The work day is up.
Finish your labors, or not. Alright, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a whole bunch of bunkhouses. Now, a little tip here, you don't have to demolish the old one, you can just build over the new one. But that will displace people. So be careful about upgrading too many at once. In fact, one thing you can do here is you can we can sort of build some of these upwards here. And that way we can have more going at the same time. How are we on this coal pile here? It still needs to be coal piled, so the automaton is not going to be taken off to help us with that. Alright, you guys are over here, you guys are building more bunkhouses, more bunkhouses. Yeah, as soon as you see some people get displaced, don't stop upgrading until you've got some of your in-progress stuff built. So that people can get back into their houses and don't have to take a naked freezing check. So yeah, we're going to wait for a couple of these to finish before we start queuing up more. We're going to get honey bunches of more stuff coming back from those scouts. And we are going to need more total houses built too, so we might as well actually start by building out the more houses first. All right, we're done with the overcrowding discontent. That's useful. We do want people to get to work because we want all of our hunters to be the ones that do the building during the daytime tomorrow. That being said, we do want all of these in here. Yeah, steel full, that's full. It's bunkhouse city here. You guys get your butts to that gloomy cave and go fight the bars. So yeah, let's just plan out the rest of, well, again, we want people to hit work first when they wake up. We don't want them to not work a whole huge chunk of the day. So we don't want to plan out too many things until after 0600. Yeah, there you go. It's not so bad. Sure, God's testing you. Whatever you want to say. Although I shouldn't be saying that. Let's see here. Okay, it's past 6, so let's start our upgrade train. And again, we're building new stuff first, right? Yeah, bunkhouse first. You're not covered. You're not covered. You're covered. You're covered. You are not covered, and you are not covered. So we'll build what we can with what we've got. Actually, yeah, we'll do that one further down. Beautiful. Oh, can't forget you out here. Could also probably get some more, once we get more people in, get another lumber mill down here. once this one expires, although we don't need more wood at the moment. All right, so few people out of homes here, but that'll be remedied shortly. And everyone will be a little bit happier now that with bunkhouses.
The work shift starts.
Yeah, these two hothouses are doing wonders for us right now. So we don't need to. If we need to pillage people for other buildings, we can take it from our hunters safely because we are swimming in food. And again, this is the little hub here. You know, both of these plus two hothouses will give us all the steel and all the food we need for this period of time. And look at our coal going. Our coal is doing beautifully right now. Absolutely beautifully. In fact, we are full. We actually might need to get a couple resource depots, one for coal, one for food here, just to help us out. Resource depots can be boony stuff. It does not need to be that close to anything. So why don't you go out here? We'll do two of you. Because food and coal are kind of your two things that you need to accumulate a fair amount of. And actually, now that we're working with this here, well, we'll wait for our hunters to finish building all this stuff. Because we do need them for building purposes before I start yanking them off of being hunters and putting them on to different gathering professions and what have you. I guess we can put these two people to work here. Charcoal, kill, and get. Excellent. Resource depot upgrade. I think that would be a wise choice at this juncture. Now there is something to be said for rushing this. 75-25, we actually might be in a good spot to do that. Because our resources are abundant at the moment. So now's the time to open up tier 3 techs. Yeah, now you guys are all filing in and building all these for us. Thank you very much, hunters. Go. Homelessness gone. Yeah, we don't need to build that charcoal kiln at the moment, but once we start nipping at the heels of our heat here, we can certainly make that work for us. And we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah. So once we get once our people are up and running here, a little bit more, we can get the rest of our houses converted over, and that will take care of our heating needs before the temperature drops again, which is precisely what we want to take care of here. It's just a matter of getting all of our builders in place here. Oh yes, so you need to hold more coal. So now our coal gain can get higher. Yeah, because you have to define resource depots to what thing they hold. One's going to be holding that, the other is going to be holding food. Because the other stuff we can deplete and actuate as necessary, but those two, those are our lifelines. Food, coal runs out, food runs out, game over. So we want to accumulate and stockpile as much of both of those as possible. And yeah, we want all of these nice and ready to roll. But again, not enough that it causes people to get displaced. I almost want to turn you off and have you come over and help build these things. Yeah, let's turn you off for just a moment. Yeah, see, activity going to build. So he's going to help us with our building, because I actually want him building stuff for us. Such is the mass of our construction projects.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Alright, yeah, we gotta get some of these built, but these will be built soon enough. I don't know why people are neglecting to build this street here. They built this other thing, it just, we can't get more storage out of it. And I don't actually know if the automaton has to show up there. Alright, drafting machines get. Beautiful! Ah, where do we start? Where do we start? Oh, there's so many things we can start, we can get here. We can get our infirmaries. We can get that. We don't need that because we don't have any gravely ill at the moment, but we can get it if we want it. Generator efficiency upgrade. Yes. I think... Oh, steam hub range. Yes. So much good stuff. Outpost depot. Also very much yes. In fact, I think... No, we don't want this right away, but we want that soon. That outpost depot. We don't need to worry too much about the food, although we can get hunting tactics to free up some workers. Or we could just go straight for the factory here. We'd have to get to tier 3 before we can actually start manufacturing automatons, though. That's the trick. So I think in this instance... gathering post installation, steam coal thumper, steam sawmill, charcoal kilns, coal mine optimization, also very tempting. And you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to go for hunting tactics to free up 15 workers. Just because we need the more warm bodies here. I think what we can do here is we want a sawmill. We're gonna get ourselves a sawmill like right here. Play it off of the road here. Yeah, make sure you get a good amount of spread here. It's technically sort of a residential zone, but there's enough wood around here for us to make good use of a sawmill. And we're about to get a whole influx of people, and we tore through all that wood we brought home. Yeah, see, look, here's the automaton doing the building for us. Thank you, Mr. Automaton Bloke. You're doing just what we need you to do. There we go. Yeah, you just keep sitting there and build, build, build. Get everybody nice and toasty warm here. And I think our bar people are about to come say hi. All right, come on. Off you go. Gloomy caves. All right. It's kind of a coin flip. I don't actually know what determines whether or not we're going to survive. If you leave the bears alone, the people inside die. Your scouts live, but all the people die, and there's more people in there than you have scouts. So risk attacking the bears. Boom. Scouts attack the bears. People in the cave join them together. They drove the bears away. Unfortunately, scouts died. Oh well. It happens. It happens. So now the people are going to come. It's going to take them a day and an hour to get here because it's essentially that. And we don't have to deal with the dead because they're out of the city, so we don't have corpses laying around. That's why we didn't want to risk. Having our scouts laden with resources be the ones to hit the gloomy caves. And why I was not terribly excited to see the gloomy caves early. Yeah, look at all these people. We are curing people up. We're up. Actually, we're getting new sick people in, but that's okay. I think we've got a handle on the heat situation, especially upgrading everything. Like right now, we are at comfortable. We are at red thing. Prevents getting ill. 0% chance of getting ill in those conditions. Now that's kind of a luxury right there. But yeah, see? Now where's that one schmuck? 191. I guess the one counts is the automaton. It counts, so it's not. It's technically he's not technically living near there because it's not living near anywhere. But yeah, we're gonna have the automaton help out with the wood because at this point we need it. Because we don't need you helping with building anymore at the moment. We'll get more people into that coal thumper so they don't pick the coal pile completely dry. In fact, I think what we'll do here is have you two poke your head into here. Actually, no, we don't need you. There we go. We still don't have anyone building this road here. What is going on? Law is ready to rock and roll. Now, one of the things that I prefer is, well, one, we try to keep people out of the graveyard. So one of the things we can do here is, well, corpse disposal gives us access to organ transplants, and organ transplants are really, really good. On the flip side, cemetery and ceremonial funerals gives us honey bunches of hope here. But we're, yeah, it's difficult to decide if we want to, which one of these we want to do. The corpse disposal also gives you a little bit further down another option, but I think that falls under the auspice of taking it too far. I'm going to go corpse disposal. Although hope will fall, and that's it's a difficult choice, I have to say. I've kind of been putting it off for the very end, and we've thankfully had the luxury of putting it off for the very end. So you know what? I think I'm going to hold off here. I'm going to end the episode here, and we'll make that decision at the beginning of the next one. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.